Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about the pronouns where and that when we are referring to a location. A lot of grammar textbooks tell us to use the word where to refer to locations and use the words which or that to refer to things or people. But that's not always true. Let me give you an example. Here, the first sentence says, the room where we have our meeting is locked. So the room is a place, it's a location, and I use the word where here to refer to the room. But if you look at the second sentence, I'm using the same room. The room that is locked is our meeting room. Here, I'm not allowed to say where. I cannot say the room where is locked is our meeting room. So if we strictly follow the rule that was on our previous slide, then we will have a lot of mistakes. So in this video, we'll talk about when you should choose the word where and when you should choose the word that when we are referring to locations. We're going to choose where if there's a preposition included. Prepositions are words like in, on, at, etc. And we're going to choose the word that to modify or describe a noun. In our case, a place or location. So our first example here says, the room where we have our meeting is locked. So let's take a look at this part right here, the underlined part, where we have our meeting. So I just said that we're going to use the word where if there's a preposition included in the word where. So what this underlined section is saying is, we have our meeting in the room. So I have to use the word where instead of that. So in other words, I cannot say the room that we have our meeting is locked. I'm going to use the word where instead of that. But if you look at the second sentence, it says the room that is locked is our meeting room. Because this is actually saying the room is locked. There's actually no preposition included in the word that. Therefore, I cannot say the room where is locked is our meeting room, even if we're talking about the same room. If this is a little confusing at this point, please stick around to the end because we are going to have many examples. Here's another set of examples. The first sentence says, this is the restaurant where we first met. Right here, where we first met. What I'm really saying here is that we first met in the restaurant. So I have to say where. I cannot say this is the restaurant that we first met. If you look at the second sentence, however, it says, this is the restaurant that sells the best French food. It's the same restaurant, but I'm going to say that sells the best French food because what I'm really saying here is this restaurant, the restaurant sells the best French food and there's no preposition included. Take a look at these sentences. The first sentence says, the house where I grew up has been sold. I grew up in the house, so I'm going to say where. The second sentence says, the house that sold last year sold for a very high price. Here it just means the house sold last year, right? So there's no preposition involved. Please let me know in the comments if you are getting what we're going over today. And the last set of examples for our lesson is, the country where I was born is South Korea because I was born in the country. The second sentence says, the country that I want to visit is Mexico because this adjective clause essentially means I want to visit the country, right? So there's no preposition involved. I hope you're getting this. We're going to have a short quiz coming up in a few seconds. The quiz I think is a little difficult, but if you strictly follow the rules that we went over right now, I think you're going to be okay. Here's our quiz. Choose between the relative pronouns where or that. Number 1. I was in a situation where I felt very uncomfortable, because really it's trying to say I felt very uncomfortable in a situation. Number 2, this area is a location that is off limits. Do not enter. So this actually means this location is off limits. No preposition involved. Number 3, the closet where I keep my umbrella is by the door. Here it really means I keep my umbrella in the closet. Number 4, I love coffee shops that offer Wi-Fi. This means coffee shops offer Wi-Fi. Number 5, the coffee shop where I like to work is Starbucks, because this actually means I like to work at the coffee shop or in the coffee shop. There's a preposition involved. And the last one is the closet that I want to remodel is upstairs. Here it is saying I want to remodel the closet. There's no preposition involved. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found that helpful, even though I feel like it was a little short. I just didn't want to give you 50 similar examples. But if you have any questions, please leave them below and I will definitely get back to you. And if you did find it helpful, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I'll see you guys next time.